Okay, I think we're ready. So, yesterday we looked at equivalent fractions, and today we are moving on to comparing fractions. If you're comparing something, what are some things you might say about them? If I give you two fractions, I'm like, okay, compare them. What might you say about them, Hollis?
What one's bigger and what one's smaller?
You might talk about which one's bigger, which one's smaller. If they're equal. You guys are kind of like right on the money. Are you reading my minds this morning? That's literally exactly what we're doing today. We're saying whether two fractions are which one's bigger, which one's smaller, or if they're equal. Okay? So, taking a look at that first page in your packet, step 1 says shade 5/8 of circle 1. Okay? The nice thing about these kind of pizzas they have cut up for us is they already have 8 pieces on circle 1. So how many do we need to actually color in? Five.
Yes.
5. It doesn't matter which 5, just as long as you only have 5. Okay, and then it says step 2 is shade 1/4 of circle 2. There's 4 pieces, so we only need 1 shaded in. Now looking at the 2 shadings, which of these fractions do you think is larger? Julie? Circle 1. So it says write the larger fraction below. Our 5/8 is larger.
I just had the alligator symbol too.
Okay? So sometimes it's pretty clear. Sometimes it's easy to see which one is bigger or smaller. We'll see if they get a little bit trickier. So going down to the next one. It says shade 1/3 of circle 1. There's 3 pieces, so we just have to shade one of them in. And step 2 says shade 5/6 of circle 2. There's 6 pieces. So we're going to shade in 5 of them. I think this one is pretty easy to see. You agree?
Yes.
Which one is bigger, 1/3 or 5/6?
5/6.
5/6, absolutely. Okay, moving on down. Step 1 is shade 2/8. There's already 8 pieces, so we just need to shade in 2 of them. And step 2 says shade 3/6. There's already 6 of them. Again, I think it's pretty clear to see which of these is larger, which one. Half or 3/6. Bingo. One more and then I'll step it up a notch.
So easy.
Good, I hope you feel like this is easy. Step 1, you're shading 1/2 or 1 piece out of 2 pieces. And step 2 is shade 5/12. This one might be not quite as easy to see as the other ones, but still, which one looks to be bigger, Edison? Circle 1, or the 1/2. Okay? However, do you think every test question on the MCAs, they're going to give you nice, easy peasy ones like this?
No.
Probably not. They like to challenge you a little bit. I like to challenge you a little bit. So, only the first one we are going to continue coloring in, and the rest of them I'm going to show you a trick. So if they do get really close and hard to see, you're still going to be able to tell me which one is greater or less than. So first we have 2/3. They have these broken up into thirds. So we need to color in 2 of them. And 5/6. There's 6 of them. They're each worth 1. So we need 5 of those colored in. Okay, now in that little circle, what they want us to say is whether 2/3 is greater, less than, or equal to. So is 2/3 greater than 5/6? No. Is it less than 5/6?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, and just a little refresher, because I know sometimes it's hard to keep track of greater or less than, which way the arrow goes. There's 2 ways that kind of help me, or that I've taught in the past. Okay, have you heard of the trick that the alligator mouth always opens towards the biggest one?
Yeah.
Okay, because right, if the alligator is gonna eat something, it wants what's bigger. So the alligator mouth is eating the bigger one.
What then?
The other way I look at it is if you think of a number line. Okay, like zeros here. Okay, if you're getting less or smaller, you're going this way on the number line. If you're getting bigger, okay, so like if 2/3 was greater than 5/6, we know that's not true. But if it's greater, it's getting bigger. Okay, so those are kind of just 2 tricks that if you ever kind of forget, like, oh, darn it, I know that 2/3 is smaller than 5/6, but which way does my arrow go? You can use one of those tricks to help you remember. Okay, so here is, how do I do this? Some of you are already kind of trucking along on this, aren't you?
It's very easy. Yeah, it's very easy. Check-in. I want my check-in. We have
And a couple minutes.
done.
Okay, well, how about this? Since some of you are trucking along on it, I will give you about another 2 minutes
To finish the entire page or
to finish this one,
okay, let me go on to
and then we'll check it together. Do not go on to the next one. Okay, if you get done in the next minute and a half early, just relax and soak in your success. You did a great job.
So good.
Relax for a minute. Give yourself a brain break.
I had to do the drawing the lines trick on this one.
Some of them are easy to see.
Yeah,
I agree.
but this one was kind of
But that's good that you used them if you did need them.
This is a pattern. Yeah, it is technically a pattern.
Does it come out to be a pattern?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, equal. It's less than and greater than equal.
Let's see.
Greater than equal.
Oh no, never mind.
Yeah. I
was looking at this. And then
I see it.
He didn't have that one.
But it has to be the other way around.
I really like drawing the eyeball.
But there's one here.
You drawn eyeball?
About 30 more seconds because it's sounding like we're almost done.
Page after this?
Kind of, but I need to show you a certain way to do it. So don't start it.
It's easy.
Don't start it.
I read the thing.
So we are just starting. We're right here. Don't worry about doing things yet because we will happen in the morning.
They actually look kind of cute now. I can't smile. That's funny.
All right, let's take a look at these. Super quick. All right. Is 1/2, raising your hand, greater, less than, or equal to 3/10, Michael?
Less than.
It 1/2 is less than 3/10?
No, it's greater.
Okay, greater than. Do you agree?
Yes.
I do too. Raising your hand is 6/8, greater, less than, or equal to 3/4, Brianna?
Equal.
It is equal to. What's another word we could use to describe those two fractions? Gio? Equivalent, because they're equal. Nice job. How about is 5/6 greater, less than, or equal to 1/2, Lexi? Greater than. I agree.
Well, it's almost a pattern. I know, I can.
How about 7/12 is greater, less than, or equal to 7/10, Adam? What'd you say? Less than, do we agree?
Yes.
Nice job. And I think we had one more left at the bottom there. Is 4/5 greater than, less than, or equal to 8/10, Mackenzie? Equal to, because they are equivalent. What could I do to the top and the bottom of this fraction to get to 8/10? Lexi? If you multiply the top and the bottom times 2, it is equivalent. Okay. Okay. Here's the deal on this one. I want you to stop what you're doing because I do not want you to color these in. Because I'm going to show you a trick. Okay? Because if you think about once you get to more difficult fractions, are you really going to want to draw a circle and cut it into 105 pieces?
No.
No, you're going to want a trick to just be able to say, oh yeah, that's bigger or smaller. Okay? And if you remember back to yesterday, when you were cross multiplying, we are going to be using that same kind of trick today. Okay? So, I am going to write this to the side. If you want to do this on your whiteboards or on a scratch piece of paper, whatever you need to, whatever works best for you, do that. What was our little saying that went with when we cross multiplied, Mackenzie? Reach for the sky and cross them.
Cross multiply this?
Okay? Then you follow the arrows. 4 times 1 is 4. And 3 times 1 is 3. Okay? Now, all you have to do is compare those numbers that you wrote up here on the top. Okay? Are multiplied. Whichever number is bigger, is above it, is the bigger fraction. Okay? So in this case, 4 is bigger than 3. So 1/3 is bigger than 1/4.
Let's get this easy to tell.
Okay, don't panic if you're a little lost. We're gonna do more. Okay, so let's take a look at the next one. We have 5/6 and 3/4. We're going to reach for the sky and cross. Right, because your arrows are never gonna go down. You always reach for the sky and cross. And then you follow the arrows. 6 times 3 is? Oh, one person had my back. Thank you. 18. And if we follow these arrows, 5 times 4 is? 20. Thank you. You look at these numbers we just wrote up here. Is 5/6 or 3/4 greater? 5/6. Because whatever number's above it kind of goes with that fraction. questions so far? Is there any part that you're kind of getting tripped up? Or you're not sure where I'm getting numbers from? Or you're feeling okay right now? Feeling okay? Right there, sweetie. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. We have 1/2 and 2/3. I am recording this lesson because I have a couple gone and I think you have one gone. So, yeah, I'll send it to you. Again, you reach for the sky and cross them. And then you follow your arrows. 3 times 1 is 3, thank you. And 2 times 2 is 4. So is 1/2 greater, less than, or equal to 2/3? Isabella? Less. Right? Because the 3 belongs to this fraction and the 4 belongs to this fraction. Okay. Let's do a couple more. I think you're feeling okay, but I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. Five eighths and 5/6. You reach for the sky and cross. 6 times 5 following the arrow is 30. And 8 times 5 is 40. Thank you for those of you hanging with me. Is 5/8 greater, less than, or equal to 5/6? Less than. Okay, 2 more. And then I'm calling it good. 7/8 and 9/10. You reach for the sky and cross. That could be like a new dance move, don't you think? No? Okay, you follow the arrows. 10 times 7 is 70. 8 times 9 is 72. Pretty close, but is 7/8 greater than, less than, or equal to 9/10?
Less than.
Less than, just by a little bit. All right, last one we'll do together. What are my magic tricks? You reach for the sky and cross. Okay, follow the arrows. 2 times 5 is 10, and 10 times 1 is 10. Are they greater than, equal to, or greater than, less than, or equal to? Equal to, which also makes these fractions what? Equivalent. Love it. Okay, before we move on to the check-in, I have kind of a little mini project for us as a class. Okay? We are going to be doing a pendant banner outside of, well, I guess both of our classrooms we can. Okay? So, what is going to happen is you are going to get a sheet that looks like this. You only have to do one. So, if you get a sheet, you're just going to find someone and cut it apart. Okay? I'll show you what you need to do. Your job is to show your fraction knowledge on this pendant. So, where it says 1/4 and 2/4, no one is going to do this one because we're doing it together right now. You first have to shade the fraction. So 1/4.
We do it anyways.
And obviously yours is going to look magnificent and you're not going to scribble it, correct?
Yeah, how about that? No problem. I won't be. No problem. Promises that.
Well, okay, let me clarify. If you bring it to me and say I'm done, and it looks like the work that you may have done in kindergarten, I'm going to give you a new one to do.
So you might as well do it right the first time.
Yeah.
They look like pizza slices.
Okay?
No sausage.
Then you are going to need to compare those fractions. If you want to do your work, I'd recommend doing your work like on your whiteboard, a scratch piece of paper, just so you don't have to write all over this beautiful thing that you're going to make. 1/4, 2/4, reach for the sky, and cross.
You guys forgot to do it.
4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is
8.
Which symbol am I going to put in that box? Less than, right? Because 1/4 is less than 2/4. Okay? Now, to give you the level that I expect, there was like a head banner piece that says we know our fractions, and this is how I colored it. Okay? So you are going to color the whole thing. Okay? These are going out in the hall for all to see, and I want to show them how wonderful and amazing we already are at fractions on our 3rd day of fractions. Okay? Questions, concerns, concerning questions? We're gonna have about 20-ish minutes to do this, and then I'll stop you for a check-in. Okay? We're gonna stay in here just because we're gonna do the check-in in a little bit. So it'll be okay? So when I give you one, just cut it in half and give the other half to somebody else. I don't care who gets it, just as long as everybody has one of the triangle pieces.
Dude, this was a good time.
You guys.
So cut it apart and then cut it apart.
You can cut yours apart and I'll find someone that needs it.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
What you got?
Well, her group got some. Your group got some. So go get one for yours.
Where's the scissors?
In the drawer that says scissors.
No, there isn't any more in there.
Because they're all gone.